I'm Steve-O, and I just want everybody to know that I'm 100% vegan. It's been such a gradual process for me. Nothing would have ever occurred to me. I shouldn't say nothing would have occurred to me. Nothing really did occur to me in like the real big picture of animal rights until 1997, when I was at Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Billy Clown College. And I went to clown college because I thought that my goal of becoming a famous stuntman would be furthered by becoming a trained circus professional. You know, so I thought, okay, I'm going to go to this clown college, and then once I can say that I'm a trained circus professional, then people are going to take me seriously as a stuntman. So when I was at clown college, of course, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Billy is a major circus, maybe the most famous, you know, but not in Europe. And they obviously have a lot of you know, issues around them and their elephants and all the other animals. I hadn't even thought about it. I hadn't even thought about the implications of what they were doing with the animals in the circus. Then one day at clown college, there was a time devoted for the public relations people from the circus to come and speak to us. And they said, if you work for the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Billy Circus, and anybody ever asks you about animal abuse, you have no opinion. You don't say anything. You're a clown. You shut up. You fall down. You don't say anything. You don't talk, you know? And they were like so aggressive like that I thought, this is the first time it ever occurred to me. And I thought, wow, you know, like this is kind of, like the way they're talking to us about this is kind of crazy. Like, you know, they were really aggressive like that. You know, you have no opinion. You are not the author. It's not your position to talk about animal abuse. You have no opinion. You shut up. You know, like, and right then was the first time I thought, wow, what they're doing is wrong. You know, they're basically telling us, you know, like, what we're doing is wrong, and you are not allowed to talk about it. The spirits told me, you have to answer for what you do, and then here's this guy, how can you be saved if you eat meat? And I thought, oh no, I'm not going to be saved. I was afraid. That was what started. That was what started, you know, I became pescatarian because I was afraid of punishment for creating suffering for animals. And I say I became pescatarian because my logic was that because it's so widely reported that Jesus fed people with fish, eating fish has to be okay, so I'm going to eat fish but no other meat. Now, of course, since then, I've arrived at my own conclusion that it's bullshit that Jesus fed people with fish, you know? I think Jesus would have been very much vegan, just like Albert Einstein and Leonardo da Vinci, you know? Like, it's really great people that you know, we can really trust. And I found when I stopped eating meat, that was in February of 2008. It was before I got sober, about 1 month. And like I said, I stopped eating meat because I was afraid of consequences for creating suffering. And then when I got sober, I went to rehab and this whole world of recovery. There's a lot of emphasis on faith and love, and getting away from fear and into faith and love. And I was motivated by fear. So then I changed the way I looked at it. And I said, you know, what I'm doing is making me feel good about myself, you know? And instead of being afraid of punishment, I shifted my perspective to be one of benefit from compassion. You know, instead of, like, I got away from, it wasn't about I'm afraid to get punished. It's about I feel better. I'm benefiting from being compassionate. You know, like, and it made me feel good about myself. People who have problems with drugs and alcohol, when they get when they get clean and sober, you know, you have to come from a place. You know, you start out in a place where you have a lot of shame, a lot of regret, remorse, embarrassment, guilt. Like, Yeah, all of us, all drug addicts and alcoholics do, because we've done so much stuff to feel bad about. And when you've done that much stuff to feel bad about yourself, it's so helpful to do something that makes you feel good about yourself. We call it building self-esteem through esteemable acts. We do things that we feel good about, and the result is we feel good about ourselves, you know? And that's really what it was for me, you know? Like, I felt so good to be doing something I believe is good. And the benefits were amazing. So gradually, with my pescatarian, and then I thought about it more. And I had friends who are animal activists, and I would call them up, and you know, like, is there a problem with feather pillows? They say, yeah, there's a big fucking problem with feather pillows. You know, I was like, okay, I don't want feather pillows. You know, the more that I did to be compassionate, like deliberately, the more results I feel in my life. You know, so no more feather pillows. Like, oh, okay, like you know, what's wool? Like, oh, you know, like of course wool is bad. Anything from, you know, exploiting animals is pretty much like it's just whether the consequences are later or now. It's just the benefit. The benefit in being compassionate is immediate. You know, it's immediate. And so then like eggs and I stopped eggs and dairy and you know and then like I stopped fish. I stopped eggs. I went and just to think, like, here, I'll try soy milk. I never tried it. And then I bought a carton, and I tried. I was like, what? I got this, you know? Like, this is easy. There's an alternative for everything. Once I tried that soy milk, I knew that it's so easy, you know? And I didn't even know at that point when I became vegan in August of 2009, I didn't know that vegan was the most healthy way. I was just worried about my karma, my emotional, mental, spiritual. I wasn't even thinking about the body, you know, my body benefits. And when I became vegan, I had been clean and sober for a year and a half. You know, and then I've had other friends, you know, where like they see how I benefit, and like and with the community. I love to be involved in the vegan community. With like the people on Forks Over Knives, you know, like I bought 100 copies of it so I could just give them out to people I care about, you know, and I've noticed that film Forks Over Knives has done a great job of turning people onto a plant-based diet, and I have a friend. This is a funny story. I have a friend. He became vegan from the moment that he watched Forks Over Knives. He's been vegan ever since. And within a matter of, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, less than a month. His appearance, he's glowing. His skin looks great. He's, you know, like the results are immediate just in his appearance. And so everybody that's talking to him, they say, "Man, like you look great. You're glowing. Like what is it? Like what have you done?" He says, "I've been vegan." And they're like, they say, "Why would you do something stupid like that for?" Because people are so ignorant, you know? They don't understand that this is the best, healthiest thing for the body. Like
you mentioned the movie Forks Over Knives. Have you also seen the documentary Earthlings?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a movie that we
right.
around and we, you know.
I watched it. I remember when I was watching Earthlings, I thought, I'm already vegan. Like I'm as cruelty free as I can be, and why am I watching this? You know, but the thing was that after watching Earthlings, I became like super vegan. You know, like it really intensified. And it's interesting because my stepmother, as soon as it came on, she was running out there, "Oh, I can't watch this! I can't watch this!" And my father sat there and we watched the entire thing together. Then the next day, like we went out to lunch, and my dad and my stepmom both ordered chicken. So like they, you know, and the idea of people saying, "Oh, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch that because it might ruin my meal." Like I don't respect it. I hurt myself. I like to just hurt myself. That's why I support Noah.